Hello and welcome to our new reading session. This is the third part in Harvesting Hope. The school's vision is learn today, lead tomorrow, and the mission is creating well-prepared individuals cognitively and behaviorally while focusing on developing psychomotor skills. And the objectives. By the end of the session, we should be able to use context clues to find the meanings of unfamiliar words and read on-level text. So first of all, let's practice fact and opinion, which is the comprehension skill. A giant tortoise can live to be over 150 years old. I guess we can check an encyclopedia for this or even Google it. So this is a fact. Jennifer saw a zebra at the zoo. Though this is not a scientific fact, but it could be proved true or false. So this is also a fact. A polar bear is the most fun animal to watch. There are clue words here like the most fun. This is an opinion. Parrots are prettier than bluebirds. Okay, prettier and prettier than bluebirds. Now we are comparing, and comparing things results in an opinion. Elephants eat grass and leaves. Can I check this? Whether they eat meat or they eat grass? Yes, I can. So this is a fact. Bald eagles usually lay 1 or 2 eggs at a time. Can I check the bald eagles and find in an encyclopedia or a bird website? How many eggs do they lay? Yes, I can. So this is a fact. Could be proved true or false. Blue whales are the largest animals in the world. Can I check this? What are the largest animals? Yes, so this is a fact. It doesn't depend on an opinion, whether you like them or not, whether they are beautiful or pretty or not. No, they are the largest. There are statistics about this. So this is again the story cover where you can find the title Harvesting Hope, and it's the story of Cesar Chavez, and author and illustrator, and the genre is a biography, which is a real story, a real person's life story told by another one. So we're going to start from here, page 223. Then in 19, of course, the thing that happened before that he was Cesar Chavez was living in on the farm with his family, grandparents and parents and aunts and uncles, and then all of a sudden there was this drought, and they everything was spoiled, and they had to leave their. We're going to read about it, that they are going to leave their farm. Okay, so then in 1937, the summer, Cesar was 10. When he was 10, Cesar, the trees around the ranch began to wilt. Wilt means to dry and bend down. The sun baked the farm soil rock hard. A drought was choking the life out of Arizona. So because he was in Arizona, there was a dry season there and no life anymore. Without water for the crops, the Chavez family couldn't make money to pay its bills. So they couldn't pay for any of their purchases. There came a day when Cesar's mother couldn't stop crying. In a daze, what is the meaning of daze? It means a state of confusion. Cesar watched his father strap their possessions onto the roof of their old car. They put their things and they tied it up, strap like a rope to tie things up. After a long struggle, the family no longer owned the ranch. They had no choice but to join the hundreds of thousands of people fleeing to the green valleys of California to look for work. So they migrated, or they left their farm and home in Arizona, and they moved to California. It's like moving from the west to the east. Caesar's old life had vanished. So what is the meaning of vanished? Means disappear. Now he and his family were migrants. Migrants means people who left their country or their home and they wanted to live in another place. Working on the working on other people's farms. Now they do not own a farm. They are workers. Crisscrossing California. So crisscrossing means to move or travel around. Picking whatever fruits and vegetables were in season. Can you imagine? They were a large family with an established farm, and they were rich, and they owned acres of land, of fields, and they were growing fruits and vegetables. But now they are workers and even roaming around, finding whatever or picking whatever they can eat. When Chavez's family arrived at the first of their new homes in California, they found a battered old shed. Can you imagine? And instead of this big, large house, they are living now in a shed. And what is the meaning of battered? Means damaged or ruined. So it was not an established house. Okay, like a wreck or a worn out house. Its doors were missing, no doors, and the garbage covered the dirt floor. Yeah. Cold, damp air seeped into their bedding and clothes. They shared water and outdoor toilets with a dozen other families. Can you imagine a dozen other families? Like 12 families, in each family at least 4 or 5 people. So it's like sharing with 60 people. What do they share? They share the toilet. Okay. And overcrowded made everything filthy. Everything was dirty. The neighbors were constantly fighting. Of course, in cramped places, people fight because they get so nervous. And of course, they do not have enough food to eat. This also gets on their nerves. Okay, and the noise upset Cesar. He had no place to play games with Richard. Meals were sometimes made of dandelion greens. Do you know what are the dandelion greens? The dandelion are very small flowers, yellow flowers, and they are like herbs. So they used to eat the stems and the leaves of these flowers gathered along the road. Cesar swallowed his bitter homesickness. Homesickness means longing for home, and worked alongside his family, so he doesn't go to school anymore. He was small and not very strong, but still a fierce worker, sharp worker. Nearly every crop caused torment. What is the torment? Pain. Yanking out beets broke the skin between his thumb and index finger. Yanking means to pull something with force. So the beets, these are the beets. They are roots. Okay, so they have to pull hard to get the fruit or the root out of the soil. So it damaged his skin on his hand. And grapevines sprayed with bug killing chemicals like pesticide chemicals made his eyes sting and his lungs wheeze like coughing. And thank you so much. We're going to continue reading in our virtual classroom. See you.